Hello everyone, today we're going to look at a lick in the style of Bud Powell. It's from my book, 100 Modern Jazz Licks for the Piano. There are more like that in here with analysis and in the style of lots of other great jazz pianists as well. So let's get started. Okay, so here's the lick. Okay, so it's over the chord sequence of 2-5-1 in F. So you've got a G minor seventh, a C seventh chord, and an F major seventh chord. Okay, so you're starting the lick with a chromatic run, and this is very stylistic for bebop playing. And then you're spelling out the arpeggio of the G minor seventh chord. So if you look at the G minor seventh chord there, you're starting on a ninth using the chromatics, and then down the chord tones. That's basically what it's doing. Chromatics are brilliant. They're very stylistic as far as bebop is concerned, but be careful, beware, because they can sound terrible if they're kind of aimless. If you have target notes in mind, it helps. So here we've got a major third between A and F. And here's a great tip for chromatics. If you start your chromatic run on a note and you've got a note in mind, a major third away, if you start it on a strong beat, you will land on a strong beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it works because you're landing on your target notes on strong beats. So major thirds are great for chromatics, but start on a 1 or on a 3 and you'll land in a good place. Okay then, so that's the first thing for the G minor seventh. You've also got a little kind of turn here, semiquavers. This was again very stylistic for bebop. You've got it in the next bar as well. Now you could play the whole lick without those little turns and it would sound like this. Still kind of fine, but it just hasn't got that bebop character where they just broke up those long lines of quavers with these little turns and things like that. So think about that as well when you're playing your bebop licks in whatever setting you're doing it. Okay, so the next chord is the C7th chord. Okay, the first one you're just kind of playing around the C, back up to the C, and then you're using an E flat and a D flat. Okay, in relation to the chord, that is what we call a sharp 9. That chord is used lots in jazz and blues music. It has a kind of really kind of slightly discordant sound, but kind of nicely discordant. And then a flat 9. That's kind of got a more diminished sound, and the use of both of those in a row, again is a very bebop thing to do, especially over the dominant chord. And you can just do it as part of a run. It sounds great. And your target note here, you're coming down to land on the A over the F chord, which obviously A is the third of F major, which makes it a good note to land on. Left hand voicings, very basic. Root and sevenths, root and sevenths, root and sevenths. At this stage, the left hand of bebop pianists generally consisted of fairly basic things like that. So Bud Powell, you're not going to Bud Powell for kind of complex rootless left hand voicings or anything like that. It's really the right hand where he's taking on the language of people like Charlie Parker Dizzy Gillespie, those sort of folks, and he's transferring them to the piano. So one more time through the lick, and there we have it. Thanks for watching. Just one more quick reminder to please get hold of my book, 100 Modern Jazz Licks for the Piano by Nathan Hayward. Thanks very much.